All you've been hearing for the last several months is stable, stable, stable. And I mean, the last week, every single headline has the word stability in it.
Coming from the official Chinese
data. Oh, and I think you're going to see that in the PMIs coming up and all the other data sources. The people focus on manufacturing, which is doing quite well. They focus on what's obviously a property bubble, and they say, well, things are well enough. And they're very intent on creating this narrative around stability so they don't have to worry about China. But when you look at our data right now, yeah, the headline number looks relatively stable, but underneath the surface, things are not in great shape.
Like what? What are some examples of things that are just concerning when you dig deeper?
Well, profits are weaker, cash flow is weaker, and that's a major problem. But the real dynamic here is that this growth, this quarter, was led by the old economy. So manufacturing is doing well, property is doing well, commodities are doing well, at least on the surface, but services not doing well, transport not doing well, and retail saw one of the worst quarters we've seen in a long time.
Does that mean the Chinese consumer is losing confidence?
Well, it does speak to the Chinese consumer, and I think one of the major mistakes that people have made here is they look at Alibaba and they say, oh, Alibaba's doing well. The Chinese consumer must be in good shape. Alibaba is not the retail sector. E-commerce is not the retail sector. And what people are underappreciating is how much e-commerce is actually vulturing growth from the traditional bricks and mortars. And as long as you have that, the sector is not in trouble. I mean, this is one quarter of weaker data, but it's not the same vibrant engine that everyone sees when they look at Alibaba earnings.
What drives consumer confidence in China? Because here it's all about headlines, it's all about perceived risks, and I just feel like that is something that is much more closely managed in China. You're not getting a raw picture of things if you're a consumer there. So what's driving it?
It's government policy. I mean, people do look at the macro outlook, but when you're looking at how the economy is going to look going forward, people are wondering, are we going to have looser policy going forward? Is it going to get to the right types of firms? What is the currency going to look like? Are the Chinese going to do something that they shouldn't, like they did last August and last August ago and last January? So I think they're looking at how much the government is intent on keeping stability over anything.
That sounds like a high-level problem and a high-level issue, and you can understand how maybe some of the wealthiest Chinese are concerned about things like that. But what you're telling me with these numbers sounds like it's trickling down to every level of the economy. Is that true? Well,
yeah, something happened back in the end of 2015, and there was some sort of inflection point in terms of the way Chinese look at their economy, and the numbers went down, and the labor market took a hit.
Bribery, and that was a huge issue.
Well, that won't allow the engines to stay greased, and that is a problem. Right. So, you have these problems. It's a good thing, but short-term and even medium-term problems.
Hey, CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.